Hi friends, here I am again. This time I fixed my hair better. I blow dried it instead of letting it drying natural. So now I was gonna put on some lipstick too, but I figured it's enough that I just blow dried my hair. But anyhow, okay, so that's all. No, that's not all. That's I want to show you something. Now, a lot of you have purchased my lace from me, and I am so happy for everyone who has done that because that helps me out like you would not believe. But for those of you who have bought some, you know that it's this stuff. It's this. I have this in 26 different colors, this lace, and a lot of you have already bought it from me, and I appreciate that. But what I'm going to show you today is how I use some of this lace, how I made this little flower right here. I made the little flower with lace, and how I just made this I call them naked cards because if you have a few of these kind of cards made up and they're not for anything, then on up here you can put something up here like a little happy birthday or something up here, or whatever your anniversary, whatever, um thinking about you, any of those. You could stamp it and color it or just add some kind of an embellishment up here. And so it's nice to have these on hand. Now, see, the flower is dimensional there, but once you stick it in an envelope, it lays flat. So, and then it fluffs up once you take it out the envelope. So now it's a very simple flower, and I'm thinking that most of you probably already know how to make it, but I just like to tell you anyway. So here we go down to the flower construction area, flower construction area. Now, so what we're going to do, I'm going to do pink here. And so what I did first is I got a, I don't know, it's a something card. I don't know what they do, but it's 5.5 by 4.25 card here. And so then I added a piece of paper on it, the coordinating paper, and that is 1/4 inch smaller. And then I'm going to use this other piece of paper that's 1/4 inch smaller yet. That's what the flower and the ribbon is going to attach to. I like that layered look. That looks really pretty snazzy in my own humble opinion. God, I got a mess here. All right. Oh, well, you guys are used to my messes. If ever I clean it all up, you probably wouldn't even know who I am. Okay, first of all, this lace that I have, it's got scallops on it. And so what I do is I cut 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 scallops. That's what I do. I cut a piece of the lace that's 8 scallops, which is probably about 8 inches long too. Is that about 8 inches long? Let me see. Let me just check that one out. Actually, it's 9.5 inches long. Okay. But anyhow, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, I got 7. You'd think by this age I'd get something right. Okay, and then I always use coordinating color of embroidery floss is what I usually use to stitch it together. And then I have to get my little needle threader because I can never see through the eye of a needle. And so then I I can't concentrate and talk. Okay, there we go. Now I got my thread, my floss, embroidery floss through. You could use dental floss too, I'm sure. But anyhow, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go across the top of the lace here, and I'm just going to go in and out and in and out, just a running stitch all the way along. And it's about every 1/4 inch, maybe 3/8, maybe a little bit more than 1/4 inch. But I just keep just in and out, in and out. just in and out like this. And I'm just getting it all, I get it all on that needle. This is an embroidery needle. It's not real sharp on the end, which is good because I poke myself terribly all the time. And see, so I'm just going around and around, I mean, along the edge of that lace, the straight edge. Okay, now, there. And then once I have it through there, then I pull it onto the embroidery floss. Now, it's so simple, see? Now I'm just going to take that and I'm going to pull it tight and tie it in a knot. And that gathers it all up. It gathers that lace up and it makes a flower. Now, once you get that done, all right, then we'll just clip. I tied that in a good knot down there so it's not going anywhere. That's on the bottom. Okay, now you can, where this separates there, you could probably glue that. I've never glued it or anything. I just kind of like leave it like it is. I just kind of leave it like it is. See, it's pretty. Okay, so that's the flower already. There you go. Now that's the flower. And so what then I like to do is, now you can take a button or anything. I'm going to use one of these little gems only because I've got a cajillion of them. And I'm going to take one that's a little bit larger of a pink. Okay, there's a pink. There's a pink. Whoops, 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 whoops. There, now. And then if you have these glue dots, I like to use these glue dots. These glue dots works good. And I just, don't worry about that phone. It's nobody important. Nobody even has that number except, well, anyway. Oh, you know what? I shouldn't have put that right on. I don't usually put it right on the lace. I usually put it on the back of the gem. I'm doing everything crooked. I'm all discombobulated. But anyhow, now I just put that gem in the middle and look at there. How beautiful. Is that beautiful? You have to admit that's beautiful on my chubby little hand. Did you notice I painted both fingernails now on both hands? Okay, I don't know how long. In the next video or two, they're going to be all chipped off because that's what I do. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of that pink lace and I'm going to go and put it on this piece of white that's going to go on the top. I'm going to put that on here. And so I'm going to put that on there like that, thusly. But I'm going to use my tape. This is Su Quang tape. I'm going to use that. And I'm just going to put a piece on there like thusly. Wrap it a little bit around the back. And put it on there. And I'll cut it right there. Wrap it a little around the back. See? Because I wrap it around a little bit around the back, because when I put my lace on, I want to wrap it a little bit around the back. There we go. And see there? Now, there we go. Now oh, you know what I forgot to do? Oh, I didn't tell you this part. And I forgot to do is try to make sure that the scallops are centered. There we go. Now they're centered. We want them to be centered. Oliver, it's nothing out there it's just a little tiny leaf. Okay, now you can still feel that glue from that tape. So that's, see, it's back here. You can also take a little piece of Scotch tape or something and give it a little extra tape back there in the back, because there's nobody going to see that back there. Okay, now see, pink, well, pink on white. See how that pretty? See how I got it kind of centered on that card? Okay, now, that, like I said, you can see that tape there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put another piece of tape over that. So now I can't feel that tape. But then that looks goofy having that on there. So I'm going to pull that tape cover off. And here is where now I'm going to take a piece of pink ribbon. Oh, I'm almost out of that. Okay, and I'm going to lay that pink ribbon now across that tape. And that holds that ribbon, that tape, excuse me, will hold that ribbon until the cows come home. See how pretty that is? I like that little piece of satin ribbon on there. And then I will now then, some people like to use hot glue, and sometimes I use hot glue too, but I'm just going to use another one of those little glue dots. In fact, I think I'm going to use 2 just to be on the safe side. We always want to be on the safe side. You know, you always wear clean underwear, and you always want to be on the safe side. Okay, so there, we're going to put that in there like that, like on there. Okay, so I got 2 of them little glue dots on there. And then I'm just going to stick it right there on the edge, right there. Look at that. Now, isn't that pretty? Isn't that beautiful? Now that is what's going to go on my card. So I'll put another little piece of this tape. Score tape is what it is, I guess. It says Suquang on the paper. So I always call it Suquang because I think that's the original company that makes it, and then they sell it to score tape people, and then the score tape people put their own label on it. I think that's where. I don't know that that's how it goes, but I'm guessing. So then I'm going to I put 3 of them chunks of tape on there, double-sided tape. You could probably use any kind of double-sided tape, but I use the score tape. It seems to hold the best. I usually just use glue, but for some reason today I'm using this tape. I don't know what the reason is. It's just happening. Now, make sure that opens the correct way, and I'm going to make sure that is centered as well as I can center things. And now I put that on there. And as quick as that, I have this card. I call them naked cards because they are pretty much naked. Although they're beautiful, they're ready. They're ready for you to put. I should have had something already. If you want to put a stamp on there, what looks pretty is if you stamp on like, or if you have like this says just for you. See, if you were to put this on here like that, and it's on there with a pop dot, just for you. And that makes a pretty card. I don't want that on there for real, but see, actually that really looks good, I think, with the silver and black with the red. But see, and then you have a card. So anything like that you can put on these cards. And you can mail them okay, because this, even though it's, like I said, it's fluffed up and it's dimensional, it still will fit into an envelope and squash flat enough that it can go through the mail with just a regular stamp. So anyhow, that's what I wanted to show you today. And because I have so many colors, and I just wanted to show some of the folks, especially that have already bought lace from me, as just to what all you can do. I mean, like I say, I have 26 colors of this kind of lace, and that's what I sell. Actually, I give 27 colors, but one of the colors is 2-inch. This is 1-inch lace, but then one of them that I give, the gold white with the gold trimming, is 2-inch. But so actually you get 28. Plus, I always put extras. And if you're interested in it, you have to go to my lace video that's down in that mess somewhere. I don't know how to put them in order or nothing, so there you just gotta look through the mess. But yeah, that's what I do. That's what I do. And you know, like here's a green, they call that celadon green. That'd be pretty. And then you don't have to match the colors. You could put a white flower with a green lace on the back, on the behind of it. You know, you don't have to match them up. You know, I sometimes get a little OCD, not really a lot of OCD, just very tiny bit of OCD. And so I try to get things to match. But anyhow, that's my cards, my beautiful cards. And I'm glad that you watched. And there I am with that word. Jeez, I gotta get that out of my mind, the word. Okay, so anyhow, and here I are again. This is IR. Here IR. And my hair is actually almost not messy. I do got to cut my bangs though a little bit. They're kind of going over my glasses. So I think I'll have to take the scissors and go cut them off a little bit like that. And then if I was to put some makeup on, I'd probably look like a movie star. That's pretty good. Okay, anyway, thank you guys. Thank you guys for coming. And I love you. I love you bunches. And I'm so happy that you watch my videos. And I want God to watch over you today. I want him to watch every step you take, every move you make, every breath you take, and keep you safe and keep you comfortable and keep you supplied in craft supplies and inspiration. That's right. Okay. So God bless you. And thank you so much again for watching. And now I got to go over here to this little off button. I got me a new mouse. I thought my computer was broke. It wasn't. It was the mouse. The mouse was broke. It had a heart attack. Okay, that's it. Have a good day.